Welcome back to the King of the Course series, where you guys, the viewers, send in your SCX24 builds. I put them on the indoor course and run them competition style, where the top 3 trucks in each class are going to take home some prizes. Today we've got an absolute stunner of a hard body build from Ethan, aka Wisco Crawler. I am in love with this build. Ethan has done a fantastic job on this thing. Every detail of it. The custom painted weathered hard body with the broken glass in it, the wooden bed, the weathered wheels, and underneath it, it's got a ton of great performance features. The baby blue with the white roof, matching links. Oh my gosh, Ethan has done such a good job with this truck. I cannot wait to get into this thing. Let's take a look at the exterior of this thing. Oh, I just love the hard body on this thing. The aesthetic of it is 10 out of 10. So good. This is a WT Micro hard body. This is the FJ double cab. Ethan has painted and weathered this himself. He does also do custom bodies, so if you're interested, make sure you check him out. Like I said, it's a WT Micro hard body. He's got the Carnage RC wooden bed insert here. The broken glass in the windshield. This is from 24 Yep. He did say that this whole paint job was inspired by Trey over at 24 Yep. This was actually his first Yep inspired paint job here, and he's done a lot more. So again, check out his socials if you want to see more of his builds. Truck sits on these stamped steel beadlocks. These are 1.0 beadlock wheels, again weathered and patinaed by Ethan himself. Those are wrapped in the Little Guy Racing Parts 63 millimeter black label tires. He's got Flub RC inserts in here. Let's take the body off. It's on a magnet, very easy to come off. The aesthetic of this carries through the entire build. I love it. Chassis on this is an NW Chassis Works Athos XL. It's a carbon fiber rail setup. It's got a wicked angled skid on it. For the drivetrain, we've got a FuryTech transmission. See the billet housing here. Added to that is the FuryTech Mini Komodo, one of my favorite brushless outrunner motors here. Powering that is the FuryTech Python Pro. He's got that mounted on the driver's side slider. These very small, tight sliders. Carbon fiber sliders, actually. On the passenger side, he has his little receiver here. This is from RC Steve, and it hooks up to the FlySky GT5 radio. Check out the linkage underneath here. So we've got the baby blue anodized links to match the body. These are from K-Tech. Endura metal drive shafts front and rear. Those go out to the Little Guy Racing Parts Super 8 axles. On the front axles, we've got heavy brass knuckles here. There's also 23% underdrive gears in the front, as well as deluxe fab U-joint axles. In the rear, there's a ramp crab upper link riser there. This is an adjustable unit. If you can see that, there's 2 screws right there. You can move the linkage back and forth on the riser. Very cool design there. For a suspension setup, Ethan's running the 39 millimeter Endura oil-filled shocks. These are great shocks for the SCX24. No springs in here. He's also fastened bands around each one for a limiting strap setup at each corner. That's a great concept, works really well. I noticed that the front doesn't seem to move much. You don't get a lot of articulation in the front there. We'll see. The back seems to move pretty freely. We'll see how the front does on the course. On the front axle, there is an NSDRC RS100 servo attached to an adjustable brass servo mount from Endura. Ethan doesn't have any specific shoutouts, but he does say that he is available to do custom paint jobs on these hard bodies and ground up SCX24 builds, which is great because there's not a lot of people who do the ground up builds. And as you can see, Ethan knows his stuff. So definitely give him a shout if you're interested in that. And check out his Instagram at Wisco Crawler to see more of the builds that he's done like this. Now let's get this on the performance table. We'll start with the corner scales and hit the setup table and then hit the course to see if this thing performs as good as it looks. Here we are in the corner scales. Check it out, guys. Perfect weight distribution on this thing. 60-40 front to rear. Slightly biased to the right, 51%. Total weight just about 545 grams with a 3S pack installed. On the RTI, let's see how this thing flexes. Got these short shocks and those limiting straps. We're not going to get a ton of flex out of it. You can see that side axle not dropping. So I need to call it probably 10 on the RTI. Check out the side hill. So that tight suspension is probably going to do wonders here on the setup table. 45, 50, 52 on the side hill. Or the vertical. 45, 55, 60, 65, 67 on the vertical. On the course here with Ethan's build, this thing is such a stunner. Can't wait to run it. I've been running it a little bit. Found a couple of challenges on the course. One is that it seemed to get hung up on the skid or the slider. I'm not sure what it is. Something underneath there. It's getting hung up. There's a sharp edge somewhere, I think, that I'm getting caught on. The suspension, the lack of drop in the axles, I don't know if it's going to be problematic or not. I haven't really noticed it, but they are stiff for sure. Those shocks, they don't want to move. I think it's going to help us on the verticals. Getting through that clean. That was nice. I got hung up there earlier, but that was nice and clean. Look at this thing go. Great grip going up the canyon. Those Black Label tires hooking up really well. Super powerful steering from that NSDRC servo. Be very composed and controlled on the descent there. Tight steering too. The Super 8 axle's doing great. That deluxe fab axle conversion is good. A lot of people tend to break axles with the CVDs on this with these setups, but those deluxe fabs are strong. Boy, this thing's super composed. You see that back tire is up in the air there. Let me bring that back down. Yes, nice. I was able to grab right there. See if I can creep it first before I try to bump it. Pushed off to the side a little bit there. That insert and tire combo there working great. Whoa, I do not want to take a chance of going off the edge. I have to be mindful of this when I do the course runs. There we go, find traction over there. Try the descent. Lift in there a little bit, but still very flat and composed. Nice approach and departure angle with this body. This is set up really well. I noticed on that, going in through the hot tub, thought I was going to hang up on the bed. Ooh. Oh, saved it. But that bed is short enough, or that wheelbase is long enough, rather. Combination of the two. We got through there clean. Go up Hell's Gate. Stuck here a little bit, so I can bump it. There we go. Nice. All right, head over to the canyon and we will do our course runs. I'm excited to see how this thing does. All right, getting through there clean. Nice. Just love to watch it. This is such a fantastic looking truck. Oh my gosh. All right, when we're spinning up the canyon, our last line here. A little out of shape there. There we go, nice job. Here we go, run number one. Notice that FuryTech transmission's noisy. Same thing with the Stellar transmissions from FuryTech. They make a lot of noise. clean through there. I'm gonna go straight to the bonus gate because it did a good job on my practice runs. I do have to be mindful of that pin on the passenger side. Because I don't have a lot of flex, can't wall ride like I normally would. Oh gosh, creeping through there, excellent. There's that hang up I was talking about earlier. It just gets a little, there's an edge there somewhere. Yeah, right there too. Holding my breath there. I kind of took a tight line through that section. That was tricky. The wide axles and the extra width from the wheels, that was tight. We'll head into our second bonus gate here. Oh, look at that NSDRC, that servo ripping that rear end right around. Very impressed with the tire and wheel combo. Flub RC's inserts doing great. Working exceptionally well in these black labels. We'll be careful here though. There we go, let that FuryTech FOC get us through there clean. We'll get set up for the escalator. You can see that lifting right there. Whoa. There we go. Should have committed to that. Kind of pick one or the other. It's like really slow. Oh, I'm in trouble here. Oh. Yep, I should have either crawled it or shot it. You kind of get in trouble when you do. Middle of the road there like I did that last time. Crawled it during my practice runs. I think I'll try that again this time. Oh, they seem to be drifting off a lot more this time. I'm gonna be in that same situation. I'm gonna take the winch here. First run. I don't want to take the chances. Get set up for the chute. Nice. And nice and composed on the decline. That was good. Let's do our third and final bonus gate here. That's that servo. Yeah, look at that. Muscling that thing around. Let's get set up for Hell's Gate. Oh, I landed on my wheels. I lost my body, but I'm not going to call that a penalty. Oh man, I'm in trouble. Did I save it? I did. Oh my gosh, what a save. Not out of the woods yet. There we are. Oh, jeez. That was tricky. Managed to pull that off through articulation alley. Good. Head into our last gate here. There we go, through the gate, 551. So I'm pretty much obsessed with Ethan's build here. He's done such a great job with the aesthetic on this truck. The WT micro body, the distressed paint job, the matching wheels, the matching aesthetic all throughout. He has really gone through this thing from top to bottom. We've had some great looking trucks on here, but this one to me, I think is my absolute favorite that we've featured on the channel. It's just such a great blend of performance components and aesthetics. The chassis setup and power plant that he's got in here worked great. It did excellent on the course. Couple of times going over some breakovers there. There's something underneath that would hang up, but otherwise the thing did great. On the course, it put up some good numbers, scoring an overall score of -106, which is good enough to put it in 8th place in the very competitive Class 2. So big shout out to Ethan for sending in his truck. Ethan does great custom work if you want to hit him up. He's done a couple bodies for me since, like this blockhead body that I've got here on the Nessie chassis. He does excellent work. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of Ethan's build in the competition thus far? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.